Hi everyone, I'm Lynn Schneider, and today we're going to be talking about the Lifecare refresher course that's coming up on Thursday, July the 20th. For the next few days, we're going to be covering some topics that we think you'll find interesting and that are going to be covered more fully at that course. But we thought we'd give you a sneak preview of what's going to be discussed that day. Joining me today are Diane Konopka, our Medicare billing specialist here at Shell Point, and also Randa Lee, who is our admissions coordinator at the Pavilion. Thank you so much for joining us today. So let's talk a little bit about the topics that you're going to be covering at the Lifecare Refresher course. First of all, why do you think this course is maybe going to be helpful or is important for residents here at Shell Point, Diane?
Well, because when residents first arrive at Shell Point, they have a lot to do, they have a lot on their plate, and everything there's just a lot. So we're going to try to explain a little or remind them about a few things that my office often gets residents coming and asking about.
So in other words, when people first move to Shell Point, they've got so many other things going on that after time goes by, they tend to maybe forget what their contract covers, what insurance covers, all of those different ins and outs.
Exactly.
So that will be one of the topics then that you'll be covering. Tell us a little bit about the distinction between Medicare and what private insurance covers. Typically, some of the questions that you get about that.
Well, what's the difference between traditional Medicare and a Medicare Advantage plan or regular insurance? Why do they have to use insurance when they come for an extended stay at the Pavilion? Questions like that.
Now, Randa, you deal with this on a day-to-day basis when residents are inquiring about admissions into the Pavilion. What are some of the issues or questions that arise during that time frame?
Oftentimes they want to know why they have to come to the Pavilion or what their benefit is with their Lifecare versus if they're coming from the hospital. Some of those types of questions are very important for them to know prior to their hospitalization so they know what to expect.
So during this course, we're going to have a number of speakers. Tell me a little bit about some of the other people that will be on the panel with you. For instance, we have Ronnie Ixo from the Welcome Center, and she'll be talking a little bit about the Lifecare contracts, because as you know, everyone here, when they move in, has a different option. They can choose from an A contract, a B, or a C, and so that always creates some questions as to what does my contract cover. Some other folks that might be coming, Randa, that'll be on the Pavilion, the panel.
Jeff Corey is expected to be there also explaining some of the long-term care, especially the policies that cover for long-term care in the Pavilion or even for home health.
And you know, I think more and more people have a question about long-term care insurance and how that comes into play, because even though some folks who come to Shell Point do buy the Lifecare contract, they may bring with them an existing long-term care insurance policy, and we want them to be able to take advantage of whatever opportunities are available to them financially. So that's a good point for us to be covering in that panel as well. I think we've also got Carol Clark and some other folks joining us for that panel discussion, and we're really going to be covering a variety of topics. In addition to having individuals on the panel discuss some of these topics, there will also be time after the seminar where we're going to have tables set up where folks can come and do questions about their own specific situation. So you're going to be able to find tables with folks from Randa's office covering Pavilion admissions. We're going to have assisted living there. We're going to have the case managers there. The medical center will be represented. Joy from the pharmacy, which, as you know, Joy has a wealth of knowledge about insurance as well here at Shell Point, and several others. So please put it on your calendar and don't forget to take advantage of this great opportunity. It's a good opportunity to get your questions answered about what was it that I bought when I purchased my Lifecare contract. It's on Thursday, July the 20th. It starts at 10 o'clock and it'll be in the Village Church. Please join us then.